which is my brother's brother-in-law. And he owned the building that he rents, apartment. It's a 4-story building. I think there are 11 or 12 apartments. And he owns a restaurant, and he was doing very, very well. So when I came there, I came to see him, and I asked him if there's a place to stay. He said, you can stay in my building. I have an open... he had 3 apartments empty. 3.
Yeah.
And I brought him a lot of stuff from his father. I brought him money, a lot of money. It was a check from his father. And a bottle of some kind of Remy Martin cognac or something that his father sent. Yeah, all kind of stuff. So he said, you can stay in the apartment as long as you want. Say you're family. So that's why I stayed. And then I went to a meeting at Hillel, at London University. I had a meeting and I met that girl, Ronit. And she's the daughter of the Israeli ambassador to the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I stayed there for 6 months. Yeah.
And why did you leave?
I left because she didn't want to. I wanted to go to New York. I told her that's my life. I didn't say I'm going to stay and live in the United States. I never thought I would. And she wouldn't come with me. She wouldn't. And I was really serious with her. I thought, that's it. I'm going to get engaged and all that. She wouldn't come to New York. She asked me how long you're going to stay. I said, I don't know. Maybe a few weeks. She wouldn't.
Wow.
We lived together for 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
But you really wanted to go to New York.
Yeah. Because I have family there. No, my mother was born there.
Yeah.
She had 2 brothers, and my father's side, I had a lot of people. My father had an uncle, his mother's brother, that I worked for.
Okay.
He's a multi-millionaire that owned a big apartment building on 72nd Street and 72nd West. And all these tenants were like diplomats from around the world in the building, big apartments he had. And I worked for him. He's an antique dealer. Was 96 years old. Yeah?
Wow.
And he was a smoker, was smoking like 2 packs a day at that age. Since he told me he started smoking when he was 12. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a very interesting guy. I worked for him. I used to go with him. I was his driver. So I used to go take him around to buy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time. He buys and sells. And he buys estates. Like you go to an estate and we'll pay like $2,000.
Yeah.
And he'll show me, you see this painting? I will sell it for $20,000.
But the people don't know, right, what it was worth. The people didn't know what it was worth.
They didn't. He knew. He knew it was a famous artist.
Yeah.
And he didn't have any formal education, just high school. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he knew. And he did get $20,000 in auction, yeah.
So you decided to stay in New York.
Yeah, I was really interested. New York they say if you eat the meat in New York, you leave the bones there. Yeah. So I stayed. But I used to correspond. She went back to Israel because her father term or whatever changed, so she went back.
Yeah.
But in England, we went all over the country.
Yeah.
And we went with a car from the Israeli embassy, with a driver from the Israeli embassy.
Wow.
Yeah. And he took us all over. We went, I don't think we missed a space for 6 months, yeah.
Wow.
Because she was a good traveler, yeah. So we went that night, so.
Yeah.
The only thing I regret is, for a whole year, I didn't have a camera with me. I didn't.
Wow.
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
And I don't have pictures.
None.
No, I have a lot of letters that people send me letters and I send them, but
wow.
yeah, so in order to remember things.
Yeah.
But there's 7 times 23?